Hello, Duckbricks here. Thank you all for tuning in. Today I have another epic Bricks and Pieces haul direct from LEGO. Bricks and Pieces is the service where you can order rare and sometimes discontinued pieces for a much lower cost than Bricklink because it's direct from the LEGO factories. Today is a very exciting haul where I can finally complete something that I started all the way back in March when I placed an order for this particular batch. At the time of this recording, it's now basically the end of March, and I have finally gotten the rest of the pieces in to complete the armies that I started building basically on March 1st. Let's head on over and check out what's in this haul. Alrighty, so let's unbox this Bricks and Pieces haul and take a look at what's inside the bag. Ooh boy, okay, there is a ton of really great stuff in this haul. Let's just get the big stuff out of the way first. I ordered several of these quarter rock panels specifically because I haven't seen them popping up in any recent sets, and I actually needed a few of them to complete some specific castle mocks. I was honestly a little worried that they were actually removed from LEGO's part inventory, specifically because they hadn't shown up in any recent sets, and I didn't see them available on Bricks and Pieces for a really long time, but thankfully a ton of them cropped up, so I had to get myself a few, not only for that mock, but also so I could actually start building one of these special Bricklink A-Full Designer Program sets from 2019, specifically the Lowenstein Castle. So I know not everyone is a fan of the big ugly rock pieces like this one, but I felt like it was a necessary evil to get for some of the sets that really needed it. The next one that I was absolutely shocked to see appear on Bricks and Pieces was this canopy right here. It is from the Ultimate Collector Series B-Wing set, specifically that was released in 2012. That is a 9-year gap between when this set was released. It only appeared in that set and like some educational set, and to when it was available on Bricks and Pieces. And they were selling them for pretty cheap too, so I got this one. I had to get just one to see if they would actually ship it to me, and to my surprise they did. So definitely the rarest item I've gotten in modern times, coming from a discontinued 2012 UCS set. Moving on to the other windscreens here, we have some transparent yellow stuff. These are specifically from one of the more recent Batman sets from the summer of last year, but I think I can definitely repurpose these for Blacktron or Classic Space spaceships, which is why I managed to get a few for my own mocks. The same goes for these transparent yellow windshields, also from Batman sets, which I think would go really well in larger spaceships. Some of the more unique molds here are these Friends water slide molds. To date, they've only appeared in the LEGO Friends water park. They are really special tube pieces that honestly I feel have a lot of potential. It's a very unique system that they've built, so you can move them around, organize them however you want, especially for people who do not want to buy multiples of the Friends set just to get these. I wanted to get a few just so I could play around with them. And yeah, they definitely do not disappoint. Really interesting pieces, and I really want to play around with the system they've made, and I'm really also wanting to integrate them in maybe some sort of a sci-fi diorama where I feel like they would be at home as some sort of tubes connecting different bases together. So very fascinating pieces here, all super interesting, and I definitely want to see these integrated into some mocks here and there. Alongside these, I've also gotten some transparent clear quarter dome windscreens. We can see these for some of the Republic gunship mocks out there, which I'm planning to build, so I just had to stock up on a few of these. But then moving aside from the big pieces, let's see if there's anything else of note. The only other building piece here that I got were these black little grille pieces. They're a very curious piece created for the LEGO Juniors line to add texture. Obviously these reflect the palisade or grille bricks, which we normally see, but these are a very odd length of 2 plates thick. It's kind of a strange thickness for a piece to have, plus a plus rod going through. Super interesting parts, new for 2021, that I had to get my hands on. But then the rest of all of this, outside of a few smaller length Technic beams that I just needed for my Bionicle mocks, almost all the rest of this is basically just minifigure pieces, which are really interesting to see. Almost all of these are either new for 2021 or are actually discontinued, and I wanted to get a few of them before they're completely taken off shelves. The one that you'll immediately notice is the Harbinger from LEGO Hidden Side. you can see that this was a very special minifigure who only appeared in one set, which was the Hidden Side Castle set. I got a few of him just to kind of have some army builders to go with, just because it's a really unique minifigure in my opinion, one of the more special ones that they've done for original LEGO themes, and I just absolutely love the detail that's been put into the Tendrils of Darkness piece, the reuse of the Batman Nightwing armor here. All really cool stuff all around. I had to get myself a few of these before they catastrophically rise in price on sites like Bricklink. Setting him to the side here, let's just see how many of these I can build. I think I got 4 or 5 if I remember correctly. Was just a little bit worried about them selling out quickly, so I really just wanted to make sure I could get a few of these to play around with. So let's just stack them all up here, get them all in their leg components as well. Alrighty, so now that all is said and done, let's just brush these aside. I have gotten 5 of the Harbinger minifigures from Hidden Side. Such a cool minifigure design in my opinion, one of the best ones they've done for original LEGO themes, and one that I had to get a few copies of just before they all went away. I also got one of the extra smoke trails because I really do love this piece. Definitely want to get a few before they are retired from LEGO's catalog, as well as a few of these same exact pieces, but done in green. Technically, I was very surprised to see these here because these are licensed pieces. They've only appeared so far for the Mysterio figure, which is from the LEGO Spider-Man or Superheroes lineup, so I was honestly very shocked to even see these ones being sold in the green color, this kind of spring and transparent dual molded green color, but super cool to get a few of these. Definitely wanted to stock up on them because it's one of my favorite recent LEGO pieces, just in terms of detailing for minifigs. Setting these aside, let's just now move on to some of the other minifigures in this display. Obviously, you can see there's a lot of the same type, but before we get to them, I want to cover just one other minifigure that I got, specifically the Princess Iron fan from the Monkey Kid line. I was a big fan of this minifigure. It has been limited to mostly just the sets from last year, so I wanted to make sure I got at least one more to have in my collection. Let me see if I can find her head here. Ah, here it is. So here's the head. Definitely a unique figure with a very special headdress piece that I wanted to get another one for my collection because of the rarity of this figure, especially because she doesn't seem to be appearing in many of the future sets, and I do actually really like the design. Setting this one aside, I have gotten the headdress piece for Chief Mamadus from the Ninjago Island series, Season 14, which debuted basically just in the past few weeks. It's now March, so just in the past few weeks we saw this headdress appear. Unfortunately, at the time of this recording, there are no other prominent headdresses or hair pieces, whatnot, from the island that are available on Bricks and Pieces. This is really the only one that's prominently available, so I had to get just one extra because it's a really special headpiece that I feel like I could use for other figures here and there. And I guess I got 2 as well. I completely forgot about that, but there are 2 in this lot, so it is nice to get. Maybe it could be used for some detailing on a Bionicle too. Moving on, we have a few copies of the Blacksmith from the LEGO Ideas Blacksmith shop. I got him because I was a big fan of this character design. I definitely want to use him to populate different fantasy dioramas, so I really wanted to get a few of this character. He is a bearded character. I think I just forgot to put on his beard here, so let's just put that on here. Make sure that he is all good to go. It's definitely a pretty special figure, and it's really good for world building, for fantasy style stuff as well. So that's why I'm a fan of this figure. Just wanted to get him to flesh out any castle diorama I wanted to do. So here you go, the 2 different ones right here. And speaking of Monkey Kid, for the other stuff, I also got an extra helmet in the newer design for the Dragon Princess May here. Aside from some red scarves, I think it's time to finally address the elephant in the room, which are the armies of Black Falcon soldiers. So I don't know if these are all the Black Falcon soldiers that I got. I really want to do some sort of an army display or diorama. Was so excited when these figures came available for purchase, and I definitely had to get myself quite a few alongside them. Actually, if any of you have tuned into some of my older Bricks and Pieces videos, I got these guys special sets of armor and swords to get along with them But now that I have the rest of their figures, I can actually complete them. So let me just bring over all the swords and extra armor pieces to this collection so we can have them all together. Alrighty, so here you can see the massive army of building Black Falcon soldiers. Obviously, as I mentioned, the bricks and pieces order was split into multiple parts, so I was not actually able to complete these guys in terms of legs and shields. This is just basically the first batch, and the rest of them should have a separate order containing the missing parts coming soon. But you can see the army is slowly amassing. I've also gathered together all of the other parts from this order just to display them all in one final showcase. This has been one of my most fun bricks and pieces orders. Definitely not one of the biggest ones, but one that gives me a lot of joy by having the ability to army build all of these Black Falcon soldiers. Who knows when the next time will be when we actually get retro minifigures like this that are throwbacks to older LEGO themes in a modern style. So really a big fan of this. Got your two blacksmiths back there as well, plus the harbingers from the hidden side and some Monkey Kid stuff. Alright, and with that, we've summed up this amazing haul of Black Falcon soldiers, some ghost stuff, hidden side, and even some Monkey Kid stuff, all in this major haul with some rock pieces as well. I hope you enjoyed, and definitely stay tuned to Duck Breaks for even more LEGO hauls, and LEGO news, reviews, discussion, analyses, and much, much more coming your way very soon. Bye-bye for now.